Hello and welcome back to Indoor Gaming and Cave Colonies, and I've been given an more elegant solution to this sieve problem. I knew there would be one out there that I just didn't know about, and Save Mars let me know about hoppers. You can use hoppers, so you can feed it all through. I had this notion that hoppers sort of had to be underneath. I guess it's one of the things that is counterintuitive, or maybe it was changed somewhere along the way. But so I didn't think of using hoppers on top, but apparently it works, so that's good. I did test it out in my test world, because at first I didn't really understand what he was getting at, and now I do. So let's put it to work. So I thought I'll put the receiving chest on top of the other chest. I can still access that one, not a problem. Put this in, so that's feeding through into the sieve set up. So now it'll should once the sieves pop up, goes into the hoppers, they're all connected up and connected into the chest, and that should work if I've done it correctly. Well, there's no guarantee of that. And there we are. So it's feeding in. So I can certainly put in a lot more sieves and have that work just fine. And by putting the chest on there, I'm not taking up any more space, so I could put mesh in here and there now. So yeah, in those spaces that I had before, and I can add in some more and get a full 5x5 array happening. And I might feed it more than one, like feed directly in from these sides, just because when it comes through just one, this tends to be a bit of a choke point. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so there we go, that's that. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I put in the easy storage, and like I said, I put a little room down the bottom here, so I can put in more and have deal with it down here. I could also got room if I want to put in my Tinker's Construct stuff or what have you. That's right, I was fixing up that hole I dug too far that way because it came up underneath the sieve. So there's that space waiting to be utilized. What else have I done? I changed this to diorite, and ooh, I decided that with the waterfall, having a fountain here was a bit of overkill, so I decided to put in a monument instead. So I think it looks a lot better with the diorite than it does the granite. And so I put in the monument, and I thought, oh well, let's put in a little, I just made up something off the top of my head. Travel between the realities is the province only of the brave. Here in this our stone hearth, we must be braver than ever before. May the earth mother and the great hammer preserve us. May those that follow us know only peace and prosperity. We pledge our axes and shields to preserve the memory of light. We oppose the darkness and all that are born from within it. Yes, all you mobs. So there we are. I just made that up, just as something, bit of flavour. I was inspired by Denasy Gaming and doing a bit of lore, and so the idea of a whole colony just appearing in the middle of stone and crafting out the city, I thought, well, they've crossed a reality somewhere through some sort of portal and made their home, and they've made a pledge, and here's a representation of the Great Hammer. Yeah, I made that bit up too. The Earth Mother and the Great Hammer, and they will preserve the light and fight all the mobs that come out of the darkness. So yeah, that was just a little bit of fun. I like these slopes. They do. I wasn't sure if they would do the corner, and they do. Sorry, wedges, I think they're called. They do automatically put in the corner for you, so that's nice. I thought I might have to put a block in the corners, but no, it does that. And I just recessed it a little because it was getting a little close to the ceiling. Still felt a bit claustrophobic, so I just broadened out the original design in the roof. Yeah, a little bit of a feeling of portal entry kind of sort of zone to it. Anyway, just for flavour. Oh, what's all this over here then? As you see, I've hollowed out space getting ready to put the colonists in, but before I do that I want to build up some resources, namely wood, and I've got plenty of stone. So this is the tree farm. So I've put this out. It's huge. I don't know how much the lumberjack is going to be able to cover. I may need to put in the second lumberjack. But I wanted to do the style. Now those are for your regular trees, and I'll put in or probably put in all of the trees, even if I'm not using them, just for the flavour of it. And these are slightly larger because they're going to have the dark oak here in the center, so they need a little more space. So these are 5 by 5, and I want to work on that a little bit today. And these are 6 by 6 because of that need for an extra bit of space, and I've got that vaulted ceiling so that the trees can grow and fill that space. And the idea is that I'm going to have stairs for the sort of like laneways between each, and then you'll have to cross to get the different laneways here. But and I might just leave that stepping, or I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, because I want the laneways to go up, but I don't necessarily want these to be used. So maybe I'll just take this one out, and that can be a bit pathy. I don't know. I haven't decided on that. I'll have to play around and see if I can get that to work. I'm playing around with the diorite for the extending from that to be the stone for the pathway, and maybe putting in a strip of grass even on either side. And whether to put, say, the lights in, what are they called? Glowstone lamp, whatever, inset into the roadway, or maybe even redstone, depending on how that looks. I'll play around with that, redstone lamps or glowstone. Obviously that's going to require a lot of sifting, heaps, lots. Have I done anything else particularly? I don't think so. Mainly been sifting, clearing out the space for the tree farm. Or what do they call it? Arboretum? Arbor? Is it just arbor? I don't know. But where the trees grow, basically, and obviously that'll be the lumberjack there in front of it. So we've got some play now. I went up, like, that recesses in quite a long way. Now on the other pathways, the way I've designed it is it sort of these side branches only go a bit in and then they straighten up. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that considering how recessed the tree farm is. So that may end up curling that way instead of that way. I'll have to... I don't have any plans for that space, I don't believe, behind the tree farm. Let me have a quick look. No, actually I do. Looking at my map, I already have it going that way, so that's fine. That's not a problem. I did have thoughts, I think, of having going both that way and that way on each of the corners, but I won't need to. That's good. So the idea with these spaces, I'm going to need to get some stuff for my storage. Where are we? Slowly getting used to what is where. And I know initially some of this layout is not going to be super convenient because, like, the builder's on the opposite side of the lumberjack and stuff like that. So how's this going? Good. Accumulating heaps of iron. That's for sure. When you do the gravel. I'm probably going to be happy with it. I mean, it's good to have extra diamonds. As you can see, I've got a diamond hammer and a compressed diamond hammer, and that has made work a lot swifter, not having to make those every 5 seconds. But right now, let's get some trees going, I think. Oh, I've only got a few saplings. Grab some of those. I want some iron bars. I've got quite a bit of glowstone stored up, so I'll grab a bunch of that. I might grab it all, actually. What else was I thinking in my head? Wood fence, so oak fence, I guess. I'll start with oak. I can always change it out when I've got more options later. I've got all the dirt I need. Look, I've got 225 emeralds, 71 diamonds. So yeah, I'm getting some good numbers there. But what I'm gonna need a lot more of is wood. That's probably what I'm short on at this point, because I haven't grown trees for a while. Not since I put the fountain in up top over the other area. So I want to be doing that. I can get all diamond sieves over here, which is good. So I'll show you what I'm thinking over here. And I do have a table, so I'm not having to run back for stuff. So what I want to make is, because I was thinking, if you got all that dirt there, I'm not sure that the lumberjack is going to play ball and actually, how do you say, plant the sapling right dead center like I want for a nice neat farm. I should have grabbed grass seeds. I'll come back for those. Yeah, just so I can get things started here. But let's get some fence sorted. Some sticks, yeah. Ooh, you put it down here. Let's grab some bread. Date nut bread, because that's quest reward. Put that down. So the idea is that, so we've got the center. I want to see if it'll work. Having just, you know, like in a park, you have the little tree gets surrounded. Ugh, that was dumb. Do I have a regular pickaxe? I do. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Like so. And then the tree would grow and be surrounded by that. So these spaces would not be free for planting a sapling. I'm going to put that like so. And then, I mean, I would leave this as grass, but maybe putting glowstone in the corners here. I think rather than torches. Like so. Leaving this as grass, but turning it into path, because they won't plant a tree on path. That could work, and then that wouldn't be available for planting. And so the only space left that would they'd actually be able to replant a sapling would be in the center point. That could work. I'm hoping it works. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I thought here's just putting a little bit of fencing here. Just to emphasizing that that's the pathway, not don't just walk through anywhere and whatever. Give it that feeling of a park, so, you know, like National Park or Botanic Gardens or something like that. I do have some. Okay, let's switch this out. Some polished diorite. I can finish this off. Because I sipped some more, so I'd have more. Obviously, it takes a lot of dirt. There we go. That's finished that bit up. So yeah, so it would then we'd have stairs here, which I should probably make some of. And I can decide on what I want these pillars, whether I want them to remain like that or not. Could build them up higher even. We'll see what it looks like as it comes together. Oh, no, not like that. Sure, that's going to be enough. We'll find out, I guess. Yep, no, it definitely won't be enough. It's sad how often I do that. Put him in upside down. Oh dear. Okay, well, yeah. So that's level 1, and then I would go like... see how often I do it? Like so. Up to the top area. Like so. There we go. So that's what I'm trying for. And it just remains to be seen if it'll work. Let's see if I can get my first... Whoop! Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Does it actually link up? It does. Not much I can do about that. Anyway. See, so I could put like... I definitely want more oak than anything else. I think that's still the basic wood that is utilised in the dwarven build. But I know it does get some other stuff in there. So I can put in, you know, spruce and whatnot. But if I have like 6 of that, and then I can have maybe 2 of the other, just spruce. What is there? Acacia, jungle, birch, and then dark oak. Am I missing one? I think there's 6 varieties, isn't there? So that would be... yeah, no, that works. So 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties, 5 and 6 with the oak. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of setting up. And going, yeah, putting that together. So what I might do is I will get cracking on this, and I'll come back when I've finished it. You don't need to see me doing the same thing again and again and again and again. I don't think I'm going to have enough glowstone for all of the spots, so I might just leave it at torches for the moment. Okay, I'll see you after the flip. Okay, well, it's coming along nicely, and trees are growing, and we're doing pretty good, and can always give them a boost with a little bit of twerking. Dance for nature. So as you can see, it's all coming in well. This one's decided to lean over. Good old acacia. Come on, jungle, you can do it. There we are. So yes, so the idea with the steps was so that you could get a little bit, you could sort of see the range of it. It is very blocked up with all the foliage, but not much you can do about that. So we've got little ones, we've got big ones, we've got the steel there, we've got nice grass spreading around. We've got the grass seeds, of course, from sifting dirt. So that's good. I put sort of 1 in each block, and it's doing its job, spreading out. I'm missing some oak saplings. Now, of course, if you need more saplings, you get some from one of the early quests, and I did mention that you could get more saplings by crooking the dirt. So I just want to show you, but there is something I did notice. So I put some dirt here. So we've got a nice dirt pile. We get out the wooden crook, which the quests lead you through. Now if I use that on the dirt, what? Nothing's happening. I'm just getting the dirt back. And at first I was like, oh, doesn't that mechanism work? But you just need to make the stone crook. Okay, so the wooden crook won't work for getting saplings, but the stone crook does. See? So there we go. I've just picked up some oak, acacia, jungle, and spruce. So it's totally random what you get. But if you need more saplings to fulfill out your special tree farm, then just do this until you get what you want, and enough of what you want. So I do that until I got enough dark oak saplings to fix the last one. So that also is protection. You know, sometimes they just don't drop enough saplings, especially the dark oak, because it needs 4 to grow. You might run light. There we go. So, yeah, you might like to do that just to replace them up when you need them. So there we go. Now I've got a full tree farm or arbor or whatever that word is. I did decide to change out the fencing. I just thought, yeah, that fence is a little light. I'm not sure if dark oak is what I want, but might even be better with birch, either like really light rather than that sort of mid-range oak fence. But I can always play around that, especially after I decide what I want for these pillars. Cobblestone just doesn't really cut it. It's nice and basic and give a sort of suggestion of farm, but this is so much nicer than that. And my other idea, let's see if it works, is doing this. Checking the effect. You know what, I like it. I actually like that. I wasn't sure if I would. I was just trying to think, what can I do to make it so that the lumberjack won't plant in the wrong spot? But I actually quite like that. Even the little, you know, the fact that it's a little recessed from that, I don't mind it at all, because it gives it a bit of style. Well, there you go. I'm happier with that than I thought I would be. Hey, how come you're not changing? Calcitrant. There. Yes, I think I will go ahead and do that. I think that works. So I can do it everywhere now. And have it all nicely set up. Ooh, gonna be hard reaching through there, isn't it? Because of the leaves. Just another reminder, once you have your tree farm set up, you might like to use the leaves instead of actually, there we go. You might actually like to use the leaves instead of saplings for putting in your crucibles, if you're still doing that. If you still need that sort of leaf matter for things, then that can do the job for you. Just a thought for you. Okay. So that's good. Obviously I do have a little more fiddling around to do, and I've already started thinking about putting in this path down here. Let's see if it's an effect that I enjoy or not. So often you'll think of something and go, I think this will look good, and then you put it in and you go, actually, nah, that doesn't look good at all. And it's back to the drawing board. That's like it was with when I used the granite. I was like, nah, doesn't work. Doesn't work for me, sorry. So let's put that in here. So what have I got planned for across the road from the lumberjack and tree farm? Okay, so it's the warehouse and delivery men will be over here. That's my plan for that space. At least one delivery man, possibly two. There you go. Put in some grass. I got plenty. Grass seeds. I don't need to be sparing with it. So cool. Okay, so now I've got all my wood needs sort of, well, the beginnings of it covered. And I might build up a bunch of it and just have it on hand, and then I can really get the mine colonies clocking over. Probably also need to get some glass. Glass will be a big thing. And yeah, I can't actually remember what actually goes into the dwarf, what actually goes into them. I need to finish off this as well. Get it all set all the way around. Oh, there's a storm. There's a storm underground in the imaginary clouds. And let's see what it looks like from here. Oh, cool. So you can get that hint, the hint of the green there. Yeah, no, that cobblestone isn't working for me down there. I'm definitely going to have to change that up. I don't think I'll go for wood. It's going to be something else. Okay. Cool, well that'll do for this episode. When we come back, I will probably have my resources built up and I'll get my colony started. Yeah, I might kick that off. One cool thing, what I've actually gone and done is I have changed out the name list. Let me show you. I had this idea that it would be cool if I'm going to have a dwarven colony. Let's actually use the thing to have dwarf names. So I went online and I found this website. I'll put the link in down below for you to check out. And it had 200 male and female dwarf names. And so I put them in. I put them in. So I went to the config file. I just deleted out what was there, and I put in. I had to change a bit of the formatting around to switch it over, but it worked. And then I was like thinking, what about last names? And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have like? Well, actually, my son came up with the idea of why don't you put son of? And I was going to put in, just make up some dwarven surnames like Great Axe or, Strongbeard or something. I don't know, like I was going to put in anything like that. And he said, well, why don't you put son of instead? And I thought, that's brilliant. Then it was like, what the config file has is female names and first name and male names to put in. So I thought, but they share the same surname list. I thought, okay, well that's going to be a bit weird. And then I thought, well, what I'll do is I added to every name daughter of, and every male name son of, and then I actually just duplicated the female names, so that it'll be the son of a female name, or daughter of a female name. And that's because in some societies, I guess, or you can trust the maternal lineage because how do I put it? You know where the baby came from. Basically, that's definitely the mother. But the father, you got to take that sometimes on trust. So let's track it through the maternal lineage. So they're son of and daughter of the female name. So yeah. So my colonists, when I get them, they are going to be whatever. They're going to be the dwarf son of another dwarf. And that's cool. And I tested it out and it works. And it's nice. So yeah, you'll get to see that. Next episode, I'll have some citizens running around, and they'll have some nice dwarfy kind of names, and we'll get cracking. Okay, thanks for watching.